Lucy. Or was it Shirley Ballas? Now, our pros will be back with their celebrity partners in tow later on the show. And tonight, joining the Friday panel, we have Harry Judd, Shane Ritchie, and star of Dynasty, Emma Samms. We're just a little bit excited in the studio. Not only that, the weekend is within touching distance, and so is our next Strictly Live show. Our 12 couples have just 24 hours, 32 minutes and 28 seconds to put the finishing touches. You're good, you're good. To this weekend's masterpieces, so they better get to work earlier today. To keep them all in check, I sent my Welsh wingman Gethin to Strictly HQ to gather up all the backstage gossip he could fit into his arms.
I mean, it's just so tempting. Why wouldn't you? This, of course, is where it all happened tomorrow night. Claudia and Tess will start the show from right here. But today is all about last-minute rehearsals. How are they feeling before the big nights? I'm going to go behind the scenes to catch up with a few of them. I'll see you in a bit.
Now, like Giovanni, with a package, that man always delivers. Lots more to come from the Gethin. But right now, it's time to welcome our first guests of the evening. Their paso under the Northern Lights earned them rave reviews from the judges and their highest scores of the series. Ole, in it, it's Gemma and Aljaz.
Your shaping of your arms, it was fabulous, really.
That was powerful. You took ownership when you're in hold.
Strictly is a marathon and not a sprint, and I feel like you're here for the long run.
Thank you so much, lovely gentleman and lady. Oh, my goodness me. You were incredible last week, Gemma.
Thank you.
I mean, you really were. Was that Paso Doble an utter thrill?
It was absolutely amazing. It was when we performed it with the music, the band, the hair, the outfits, and Aljaz in his outfit. It was just, it made it so much more.
I was there.
It just came to life. I felt amazing, I really did.
I tell you, you were a big hit in the Ball family house that night. And Aljaz, when you were practicing this one in the rehearsal rooms, when did you think, hang on a minute, this is going to be quite good?
Never, actually.
Oh, really? That's encouraging.
Setting scores. Yes, like.
Yes, good.
You know what? Gemma really liked the whole idea of being aggressive towards her professional partner. So
it was a long time coming. He'd been driving me for like 5 weeks.
So when we started doing it, as soon as I said, you have to be, you know, really sort of strong and powerful. Easy.
Yeah, I can do that.
And but actually, the steps went through fairly quickly. And then I feel like as soon as we got to the studio and we did, as you said, the costumes and the lighting, it made a perfect sense. And she smashed it. I think that was the best one we did in rehearsal or in the studio. Boom!
Good.
Yes! Good timing!
And also, a personal best, because your scores have gone up each week, 35, amazing. And also, Gemma, that's the highest that he's ever got in a Paso Doble. On this show. Yes. Helen George got 34. So, Ole all round, I'd say. Shirley was talking about how it's a marathon, not a sprint, and you're in for the long run. I mean, how would you not get carried away when the head judge says something like that?
It was so, when she said that, I was literally pinching you, wasn't it? And I hope she's right. But you're right, you can't get carried away because everyone's getting better and better each week. And we don't want to put too much pressure on ourselves. And each dance is so different each week that you come into it thinking, I can't do it. So I need to just chill a bit, don't I? And just kind of...
Yes, it's sort of like starting all over again, isn't it, when you get back in on Monday. Not only that, Bruno was saying how your sort of improvement each week is giving him goosebumps because you're getting so good. How much has she improved since day one, Aljaz?
Enormously. I mean, enormously. Even just the first dance we did, the cha-cha, it took us quite a while to get to the routine, to learn the steps. Yeah. And now we come in and we actually learn the steps very quickly. So we have so much time to work on, you know, the technique of it, what's the story behind the dance. And you really are turning into a, you know, proper Mancunian dancer there. No, really. And I'm so proud, so proud. Every single dance, you know, because genuinely when we go in, so Foxtrot, and Gemma brings Latin shoes, you know, so it's like... I know. And then when you watch it in the studio, you really like, I feel so proud, so proud. Thank you.
And he's not the only one who's proud and impressed. I mean, you only got a tweet from National Treasure Lorraine Kelly last week, who said you are her one to watch, and she said she has no idea how good she is. That was fierce. Getting a fierce from Lorraine Kelly, I mean, that's mammoth,
Love
isn't it?
Lorraine, yeah. Oh, thank you.
I know, it's all good. So we move on to the Foxtrot. Oh, yeah.
Yes, we are.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, we are.
The thing is Aljaz's favourite dance.
It is.
I know.
Does that scare you a little bit?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
his favourite dance and it's my least favourite dance.
Really?
I don't know what it is with ballroom. Something happens when, like today in the dress on the rehearsal, I was physically shaking with fear and there was no one in and he's dancing through and going, just breathe, what's wrong with you? You can do it. You know the steps and I'm thinking, don't cry, it's fine. But it's something with ballroom. I don't know what it is.
But
with
you're
Latin, I
she's
feel a
so
bit more...
good at it, isn't she? You shouldn't have the fear.
I think it's me.
Is it you? Are you putting her off?
Standing too close.
It's difficult. It's difficult to stay in hold and keep your shoulders down and keep your neck up. And
then you're spinning.
Spinning,
And
yeah.
it's sort of
Yeah.
G-force.
I made it really easy for Gemma this week.
I bet
We're
you
only
did.
doing 3 steps.
I bet. Oh, my goodness me. Now, the thing is, your scores have gone up each week on the show. One of the only couples to do that. It's amazing. But next week, your scores won't go up. They'll be going down. Tomorrow, even. Where are we? This is due. Don't panic.
Yeah.
They're like, what?
What?
Due to a very busy work schedule, Bruno Tonioli is taking a week off and won't be judging on a panel this weekend. I know,
miss you.
I'm so sorry.
We're gonna miss you.
You're going to miss him, but he will be back for the Halloween special.
Yay!
But of
Put your hands up, it's more fun.
It works every time. So the scores will be a little bit less, but are you aiming for a perfect 30 for your Foxtrot? No.
Still aiming for 40.
Okay.
Still aiming for 40. I'm actually going to have a paddle on me. So when we get the scores, I will show that 10. I will do it. Yeah.
Do it. You should so do it. Have faith in yourself, Gemma. You are so amazing. Good luck
Thank you.
tomorrow. Believe in yourself. Gemma and Aljaz.
Thank you.
I can't stop now. Next up, we have an exclusive look at the weekend's pro group number, which this time around involves speed dating. But who will find love and who will go home alone? Here's a little preview. So naughty.
Hey,
Yeah,
do you come here often?
yeah, every Saturday.
No, I'm working on my chat up lines, aren't I? Because this week, we've got the speed dating done.
Mama said you can't hurry love. No, you just have to wait.
Strictly is going speed dating this weekend, and I've never been.
Game of give and take and wait.
The style of the routine is a jive, and we're really kind of going for 60s quirky. All the lads and lasses are waiting to get into our club, and that's where the speed dating takes place.
So I'm going to be speed dating with Katya and Jeanette and Oti and I think I got Neil. There he is. He's here. Neil is here.
I'm a little bit devoted that I'm not actually getting a date because I am single. But anyway, I am the hostess with the mostess. Every time that the speed dating changes, I'm there ringing the bell, and I'm also there with my manager, which is Anton. How could it not be the manager?
In this dance, it's the first time ever when Anton is flipping me over and around. Hope it goes right on the knife. Anton, let's go practice that flip again.
The tables are proving very interesting. You know when you go to the supermarket and you get that dodgy trolley that kind of the wheels jam, we're getting a few moments like that. It's a lot for them to deal with, so they're doing amazingly well. They've just got to keep on that tempo and perform it as well, which they will do.
I hope Anton does not drop Pasha tomorrow. No, he won't. For this weekend's Friday panel, we thought we might as well go big or go home. Lucky for you, we went big. Please go wild. For star of Dynasty, Emma Sams, Strictly champion Harry Judd, and Mr. Showbiz himself, Shane Ritchie. Welcome! all professional dancers in the audience tonight. Welcome, you beautiful people. Emma, you cannot understand actually the excitement of you coming on the show tonight.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to be here.
I know, because as well as being a massive Dynasty fan, we're all fan, you are a huge Strictly Come Dancing fan.
I am.
You are?
Yes,
You know your onions, which you're going to prove tonight.
I hope so.
Yeah, no, and it's wonderful to have you here. I'm desperate to know what happened to LB Little Blake. I'll ask you later. Shane, lots of your friends from EastEnders have done the show. Have you not been at all tempted?
Sorry, you're cutting out, Zoe.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I've been asked.
Oh, do it. Shane Ritchie do a rumba. Me?
do a runner. No, but I'll tell you what's interesting. Like, you know, over the years, I've seen Tamika, Jessie, Scott Madsen, Jake Wood.
Yeah.
And because at the time they were doing Strictly, they were also filming EastEnders. Yeah. And, like, bless him, David, who did his first day with me on EastEnders. And I see these guys that, you know, we're rehearsing in the corridor at EastEnders. And then he'd chance in the Queen Vic, you'd see him rehearsing in the cafe.
It's exhausting.
And, you know, I don't know how they do it.
You could do it, you could do it. A man who did it and won.
Yeah.
Harry Judge. Must say, congratulations on new baby.
Thank you, yes.
And your other new baby, your book, Get Fit, Get Happy.
That's right, Zoe.
Any dancing in it?
There is some dancing, yes. There's about 8 dancers in there, and Joe Clifton features in the book with me, so...
Because you did a Christmas special together.
Exactly. The Proving the Point exercise doesn't have to be in a gym with equipment. You can dance, you can do it at home, and so, yeah, it's been a great project, and...
As long as we all get to look like Harry at the end of it. Let's look at... Let's look at our dancers this week then. Here they are in training. You can hear their music and tell me what you think. We're going to start with Alexandra and Gorka, who follow that incredible jive last week. This week, it's a samba, Emma. Is this looking worthy of another 10, Emma?
Well, yes. I mean, I would. Why not? They've already done so well.
Yes.
It's hard to imagine that they wouldn't be able to continue that.
I know. Has she got the samba bounce there, Shane?
You know what's interesting, though?
Yeah.
It's about how the different personalities on the show, and I think this series, they've created the perfect storm.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a different approach. Like, if you'd see, like, Brian and Debbie and Sue, because they come from a variety background, that, you know, they're interested in the whole entertaining in the dance. And when you see someone like Molly and of course Alexandra, they're kind of like pop stars. And so their approach is very different to, say, like a presenter or an actor.
Yeah.
So it's interesting watching the concentration as opposed to, like, the entertainment goes to one side and they kind of concentrate on doing the dance. So I think Alex is going to be right there till the end.
Fantastic. Good work. OK, David and Nadia are doing a jive tomorrow. Last weekend, saw them in the bottom 2. So, Harry, have a little look at how they're doing here, because you know this all so well, the jive. Look, he's working hard. Look at the sweat.
He's slightly behind at the moment, but that often happens. Wednesday, obviously, still got a couple of days of rehearsals to go, but he's very much into it, David. You cannot deny him that. And always you find in Strictly, well, I find that there is always that shock where someone's in the bottom 2 quite early on that you don't expect.
Yeah.
But I think that will fare quite well for him. I think people will get behind him.
Because afterwards they go, oh, hang on, we must...
yes, exactly.
He's
I
good.
should have voted for him.
OK. On to Molly and AJ, who are doing a Viennese waltz to Anyone Who Had a Heart. We can observe them in the training room. Emma, do you heart what you see here?
Well, I think they're going to be suited better for this than, you know, last week they had all the lifts and, you know, bless him, he's not that much taller than her, so he's very strong, but that's still quite a challenge for him to do.
If she wears the baseball cap on the night, she'll smash it.
We'll have a word. We'll have a word. Excellent stuff. And from what you can see there, are you impressed with that? Is it a good choice of song, Shane?
Well, yeah, I'll see, Molly's another one, like we're saying about the pop star thing. So they always feel like there's something a little bit more to prove.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I find. I'm watching them, they're doing it with such passion. And
I think they're a great pairing as well, those two. They're
definitely.
Good match, aren't they?
Really
but in funny, Harry, you know, because you come from a pop background as well, and you were surrounded by, like, other actors that were on the show.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you find your approach was different?
Yeah, very much so, but you'd be surprised how quickly you all realise that this is a competition. Yeah. And no one wants to go home.
No.
And, you know, you're all friends, you do get on, but when you're out there, you just want to do your best. Yeah. And so it's fun and games, but, you know, on the night.
On the night, bring it. I know they all get really serious, it's great. OK, let's talk about Debbie and Giovanni. She's doing a rumba. It's a notoriously tricky dance. I know, Shane Ritchie, we will see you rumba one day, even if it's just in the bar. OK, here they are. Now, it's a tough dance, but can Debbie handle it? Emma?
Why not? I mean, look at her. She's amazing. envy her legs. I just worry that maybe she peaked a little too soon because she was so good.
Okay, well, it can happen. It can happen. Well, she can come back up again.
I mean, she was so good. Now expectations are just so high.
So high of her. I know. Okay, Simon and Karen are doing a Charleston, Two Fiddlers a Fiddle, which we love, from Singing in the Rain. Here they are in training. There's going to be fiddles and all sorts in this little cheeky. Is he looking fit as a fiddle to you, Harry?
You know, he's not quite there yet. He's got... I love Simon, and I love Karen too.
Yeah.
But, you know, the thing with the Charleston, as Craig will probably say, as you heard a million times, it's all about that swivel in the both feet. It's a tough thing to get, but once you get it, you know... But we'll see. I think this dance will suit him better than last week's. It's all about the energy and the performance, and I'll be expecting good things.
OK, Simon, he's behind you all the way. Gemma and Aljaz and their foxtrot now. Slower version of Cher's Believe, which we can't play you, so we'll just imagine it. Maybe Shane can sing it for us. That's what we wanted.
We got it.
Let's have a look at them in training. Gemma's sort of had a tough week with this one, but it's like she doesn't believe in how good she is.
Yeah.
She's great, isn't she? Emma, what do you think?
She is great. I mean, look, she's got that all the angle of the, I don't know what you call it. What do you call it?
Top
that bit
line.
where you
Top line. Is that it?
Yeah,
She's got the top
line.
Yeah. Okay.
Top line.
She's got a good top line.
Yes.
She does.
Harry.
You know, this is the thing with Gemma. I think I'm right in saying she'd never danced before, and she is doing that classic sort of journey where she's getting better and better, and I think they're a great couple.
Ooh,
really good.
Good
really
couple.
Good. One to
Love
watch.
you three. Come back in a little minute. Our Friday panel.